Today we're taking a look at the Limitless series case for your iPhone 17 Pro series. Now Mous has done something a little bit different this year and I got to applaud them for doing that. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Limitless case in just a little bit. But if you don't know about Mous, they're a premium case manufacturer that gives you a whole bunch of different finishes on the back. So if you like walnut, if you like that feel of bamboo, if you like the aramid fiber look, or even just a really nice leather back that you can touch each and every time you pick up your device, definitely check out Mous because they do a really good job, again, with giving us some premium finishes, premium materials on the back here. Again, this is going to be the bamboo, and over time, this definitely ages really, really well. I'll throw some links down in my description if you're interested in picking these up. And while you're down there, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, or share this video with some friends that are looking for some pretty sweet cases to protect their devices. But let's go ahead and check out the Limitless series case together, see what it's all about, and see what's new. And the number one thing that I really like about the Limitless series is the fact that we get these premium materials on the back. So this is real bamboo, and each case is going to be slightly different. There are no two cases that are going to be exactly alike when it comes to the bamboo or the walnut. And you do have a nice aramid fiber case. Again, there's a whole bunch of different flavors if this happens not to be yours. But I like this because it does wear nicely over time. But the premium materials is something that's always been a defining factor when it comes to the Limitless series case. Now this year around as well, they spent a lot of effort and time into really figuring out how to protect that camera plateau, because this is going to be the number one place where a lot of people are going to want the most protection. And Mous has done a really good job of reinforcing this case. This top part is definitely rigid. This top part is not going to flex. It's not going to give. And that really means that if you do happen to drop your phone on the corner, this is not going to bend in. It's not going to allow your phone to pop out. So this is something that Mous has definitely spent some time with, and it really shows when it comes to the Limitless series case. The overall protection for the plateau when I put my phone in is going to be something that you're going to notice right out of the gate. Another thing that I like about Mous Limitless series cases are the palm grip grooves on the side. Now over time, these palm grip grooves have gone through some refinement, and they're not as jarring, they're not as rough feeling on your palm, but they do a good job. And actually this year around, as well as last year, there's only one palm grip groove. There's not another one on the other side just because of that camera button, but you do feel that your fingers rest nicely on these finger grooves then, if they're not palm grip grooves. Unless you're a lefty, that would be a palm grip groove. So you can see that it does really rest in the palm of your hand there. So that's another defining factor of the Limitless series case. Now, this year around as well, Mous has given us an actual camera control button, and not one that falls out when you shake the case like last year's edition. This is actually baked into the case, but it still is replaceable if for some reason you happen to break it. The camera control button is an actual glass button, so again, it's not a piece of plastic like some other manufacturers are trying to get away with. The premium feel of glass is here, and that just means that you're gonna actually feel like you're using the camera control button from your iPhone. Even though you're putting it in a case, you're still gonna get that nice premium feeling. It does have an aluminum frame, and then on the inside you do have that silicone membrane. So again, you're gonna be able to get all of your presses, you're gonna be able to do those half presses, you're gonna be able to get all of the feedback that you need. That camera cutout is also a point of reinforcement when it comes to designing this case. So this isn't gonna flex inward, as you can see. If we do it on the other side as well, very rigid. This is not a flexible case, but the point where you want that camera control button to just be a little bit of a reinforced area is what Mous has done as well. Now on the inside, you do have that soft lining to help protect your phone from getting scratched up. And on the corners as well, you have their AeroShock lining, and that's also going to help kind of disperse that shock if you do happen to drop your phone there. So those are a couple points that I wanted to bring out when it comes to the Limitless series case. On the sides as well, you'll notice it's just bumped up just a little bit on all of those corners there. And again, that's going to give you a little bit extra protection if you do happen to drop your phone, because this phone mostly will drop on the corners. So you can see there that it is beefed up just a little bit on all of those four corners there. And you get that kind of menacing look from those cutouts on the bottom. I like that very much, just not regular cutouts. They're actually slanted in and gives you that menacing, mean type of look, like, hey, I'm protecting your phone, get away from me. All right, a little cheesy, whatever guys, it is what it is. I would say this is a very protective case. It kind of tapers off on the inside there, so it doesn't feel bulky. It doesn't feel like you have a tank in your hand. It actually is a pretty nice and thin-ish feeling case in your hand. And again, that's thanks to not beefing up the entire case, just beefing up those corners and tapering it in on the inside. And what that means as well, as we take a look at that front lip protection, You can see that you get a little extra protection when it comes to the top portion of your phone. You can see the sides are relatively protected, but you can see not as much as those top portions of your phone, and the same goes for the bottom portion. You can see that the case just beefs up just a little bit more on the top and the bottom there. And what this allows for, it just allows for easy swiping. Now, that's a dummy phone. Let's just go ahead and insert a real phone here to kind of show you guys. So when you're using your phone and you're swiping through everyday life, you're not really going to feel like you have a case that's interfering with your swiping. It just feels very natural. Now, of course, you still are going to feel a little bit of those sides just because it is still raised. Even though I have a screen protector, you can see it's still raised just a little bit, but it's not raised as much as the corners. So if this whole case was raised just like these corners were, this would definitely interfere with your swiping habits. But the way that Mous has designed the Limitless case, your swiping abilities are not interfered, and you also do get a good, if not great, amount of protection without giving you that bulky in-hand type of feel. Now, speaking of in-hand type of feel, guys, these are not overly grippy cases. Now, the palm grip grooves do a good job of keeping this phone in your palm and keeping it manageable. But the backs, again, they're not coarse materials. They're not really giving you any type of grippy type of materials on the side. So for some people, you might think this is a little bit slippery. Now, a caveat to that is it depends on which material you use on the back. Unlike the bamboo, I think the marine color is just a little bit, I hesitate to call this a slippery case because I personally do not find this a slippery case, but nor are these cases super grippy. They're not really a case that I would say, yes, this is a grippy case, but they're not slippery either, guys. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, and if you've purchased a lot of cases, you will understand. You do get that grip that you need, so I've never had these cases fall out. It's just one thing that Mous cases has never done. They've never fallen out of my hand. But again, it depends on the material. I would say the wood gives you a little bit more of a grippy material than the marine color here. But the marine color goes really nicely with the blue iPhone. And again, very nicely done when it comes to the color matching. Now let's go ahead and just take a look at your camera protection. So this is the reinforced plateau, and this is a hard piece of material. This plateau covering is definitely not going to flex. It's definitely not going to move. It's just going to be there to protect that plateau there. And you can see the raised corners right over there. And here's your camera button. Let's just go ahead and press it. You can just kind of move around and do what you need to do. It feels really nice with that glass covering. Now the next thing we want to do is check out MagSafe. All right, an area where I think Mous needs to improve just a little bit. Now it's still going to hold your phone up. It's still going to allow your devices to connect on the back here, and it is Qi 2 capable as well. But this just isn't super strong if you ask me. I would like to see Mous step up their game just a little bit when it comes to the MagSafe connection there. And the snugness test passes with full flying colors. No issues when it comes to the snugness test. Buttons are raised a little bit as well. So the buttons do give you a good amount of feedback when you press them. They're not mushy, easily findable out of your pocket as well. And let's check out the MagSafe on the bamboo color. Same amount of strength. Once again, though, it is going to keep your devices on the back here. I'm just one that likes a little extra strength versus a little less strength. And the MagSafe, in my opinion, could be just improved just a tiny bit. But it's not the weakest at all. It's definitely going to hold your devices on the back here. Snugness, very snug on your device, very snug. So that's been a look at the Limitless series case. If you have any questions about it, let me know down in the comments below. I'm definitely leaning towards this bamboo color, 100% for show. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And if you're looking for a premium case that gives you premium materials, such as a glass camera control button, real bamboo, aramid fiber, or whatever on the back, as well as awesome protection, check out the Limitless series from Mous, and I'll catch you in another video.